Hola. Yes. Okay, let's start again. Okay, let's pretend. Let's pretend. Hold on. I'm gonna replay the. It's a restart. Yo, let's get this party started. Simonot, thank you very much for the 3 month sub, bro. You are our first 3 month sub. Congratulations and good morning. Hello everyone, my name is Dudezord and I do cool, awesome game dev projects here on Twitch. Today is Thursday and we'll be working on our pinball prototype that we've been started development this week. Today is day 3 of development of that project. And I already have pretty much everything open here, so we can start. GG. See, professional streamer. I mean, it's actually cool that I can like replay the events, you know, because by replaying the events, I can just pretend that things didn't happen. So, by the way, I did install the AWS CLI. But I still didn't log in to it. But yeah. So, and I already have the executable for this thing also like exported here, so I can actually like play the thing. See? Bloop. So pretty cool stuff. So yeah, I'll need to start putting the executables there, essentially. Okay, how's everyone doing this beautiful Thursday? Any cool stuff you guys want to share with the rest of the chat? Today is going to be the last streaming day of this week because tomorrow I have a weekend-long party to go. I made the monster consumption tracker. I mean, you even printed a monster can holder. So cool. I don't think I ever drank a monster ever. So I don't know what's that about. And I did drink a Red Bull like more than 10 years ago. It's a delicious bouquet. It surely tastes like nature, you know. It tastes like fruity, as if they were like squeezing the fruit directly in front of you or something. Pretty sure it doesn't taste like chemical and artificial at all. It's a bit like petrol with fruit, yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know what is the what's it called? The interest in drinking that kind of stuff. I mean, just have beer, you know, at that point. I don't know, bro. I also built a staff AI engagement tracker. The Game Boy PBR emulator. Well, the PBR emulator, we already had it before. And migrate our AWS. Oh, there comes the bots. Pyong! Get fucked, bitch. And migrate our AWS CLI to single sign-on to mitigate NPM supply chain exploits. That one is a mouthful, and I don't know exactly what it means. I don't know exactly how it solves the thing, but I'm happy for you, bro. And the documentation to PDF generator so you can publish docs as professional PDFs. Can't you just like print from the browser directly or something? I don't know. But happy for you. I'm happy for you. Okay, so the objective for the day is we need to start, like, somehow start thinking about what type of rogueliteness and incrementalness features we want to have here. You know, that's kind of the things we need to do. It's less about designing the actual table, it's more about how are the upgrades going to progress, about the ball fault. How are the progress going to happen with this game? How do we keep like track of score and stuff? So maybe we need like a score or a point visualization system. We need to somehow be able to buy upgrades, something like that. I also built a security exploit feed alerter that lets me know the latest exploits. Yeah, I was already aware of that one as well. I mean, you are kind of talking as if you just did it like in all of that in the last 2 days, but in reality, not really. But I mean, I did ask for cool projects that you are working on, not projects that you've worked on, so. I also automated a pile of my own tasks using CLI tools, yeah. I'm very productive. No, bro, now you are replaceable. Because now things that you used to do personally, now you let the AI do it for you, so now they can just fire you. And that might correct fishy business. Oh, the game. Oh, is that the one where you drove like the minivan around? I remember playing that. Yeah. Okay, pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, you can ask the LLM to build the game for you as well. Maybe you can create like an MCP for Godot or something. Well, there's probably one already, but great idea. Yes. I mean, if I were gonna guess, if I was like a betting man, there are a ton of MCP servers. So it's a matter of you like checking what all of this stuff. I mean, this is Chinese, so I won't trust this. Sorry. But then there's good old MCP Pro, because this one isn't good enough, so they made a Pro version. Yeah, bro, I don't know. You need to purchase it. Never mind then. I mean, yeah, make an MCP server and you can sell it probably, or you can make it like tiered base, you know, like you can make like a free version that helps like building scripts and stuff or something, and then a pro version that also builds shaders and see, we got a new business plan. We got a new business plan. Okay, so how do I actually want to go about this? I mean, might as well start adding like points, you know, at least like try to see how many points like we scored or something, and maybe have like the number of balls here, and when the ball falls, like it responds here or something. Although in reality this is like all fake, you know, because the ball should drop from the center here, and then there would be like a rail where the ball would like go to the right, and then the ball will hold here. So, well, I think this table is actually like very tall, you know. If I show you what an actual pinball table is, like a physical cabinet, these Oh, what's a good one? Can be this one. No, bro. Like, chill. Chill. But yeah, like this one, for example. Like the entire glass here is the game, you know, but the actual flippers are like here, you know, because all of this mechanism is like the coin detection mechanism and the ball guiding mechanism for the shooter thing. Maybe we can start with that. Maybe we can start with just moving all of this stuff like a little bit more upwards, you know. Okay, so how do I want to go about this? Well, hopefully, if this stuff here is working, which is not. Well, I can kinda make it work still. No, bro. What is this? This, and this. And this, and this, and this. Yes. Cool. I should be able to just like... What's happening, bro? Why are things moving differently? Elgardia with the first, although you were second. Hello. Congrats, bro. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, today I decided I wanted to work on the pinball machine. I don't care about the Unity game. Enough. Yo. Yeah, bro. Yo. Oh, it's because of this nonsense. Oh, and the helper that helps you if you are doing the... And the helper that tells you if what you're doing is a relevant process to follow. So you don't do things without following process. Okay. Cool. Oh, so this is actually just a freaking collider. I see. Bro, I actually just want you to, like, be happy, you know? Why doesn't this work? Why do these move in different... What the hell, bro? It's fine. It's fine. Okay, I'm just essentially moving stuff around to be more like a real table, you know? So that's what I'm doing. Oh, okay. I thought you I thought you guys had typed like a new message. Never mind. Oh, okay, move these a little bit up there or something. I don't know. And then move this little slingshot stuff up as well. Why doesn't this like work, bro? Why can't I select this? Is it because I'm scaling this somehow? It's hella weird. I don't know. I kind of feel like Godot sometimes is a little bit finicky. Oh, it's because he has a scale -1. Oh, that's probably why. 0.6. 0.6. Okay, hold on. Hold on. These are so many weird rotations. Okay. So if I do a minus 0.15, then this is going to be a plus 0.15. Good job. Okay, if I do a 0.25, I'm trying to make these like perfectly symmetric, you know. Okay, bro. Okay, and now I should be able to rotate them. Okay. Okay, so let's go with 160 here. And 20 degrees here, okay? Good job. Okay, now this one I might want to move. Something like this. I don't know. I don't really understand pinball, you know? Okay, now the camera should be like way more. And even the ball and the shooting mechanism needs to move up. So the shooter needs to move up. Wah. Something like this, I guess. No. Because when it pulls... Okay, I think it's something like this. When it pulls, it goes at like the level of the... No, hold on. No, so in reality, it should be something like this. Yeah, it should still be something like this. Because the ball, when it drops from here, it like rolls down to that position. I think. Yeah, it like falls and then rolls to that position and then it... Okay, and I need to... Okay, this is like lagging again. I need to make this float. Or just be patient with it, I guess. But every time I stop playing, it lags the engine for a little bit. Which is not great. I can tell you that much. I mean, it's very smooth. Okay. Yeah, the fact that it just lags like annoys me a ton for some reason. Okay, maybe let's try with this camera or something. I don't know. Perspective, align, transform with view on the camera. Oh. Align, transform with view. Maybe it needs to be more like this, I don't know. No, bro. Like these, maybe? Okay. No, I feel like now I need to move the paw a little bit less. I mean, this way I can't really see anything. Maybe this? A little bit more zoomed in. I'm watching the camera here on this side, you know. Okay, maybe this works. It shoots the wall and you get like a proper visualization into the thing. Okay. We vibing? Good. Happy to know that my fellow watchers are, my fellow viewers are vibing. Okay. Still wondering how they got such a perfect shiny ball in virtual. It's just a static image. It's not actually PBR. Sorry for bursting your bubble. But I mean, I don't know if I can actually like show you because I don't know how they do like the assets and stuff. But maybe this is just like a zip file or something. Yeah, it's just a zip file. GG. Yeah, so they have like all of the image there, table info, because they don't have like the resources here. Well, they do have the resources, but they are like weirdly packaged like these. But if I were to guess, these are like PNGs or something. No, JPEG maybe. No. TIFF. Also no. Okay, they are some weird ass format then. Okay, let's see if I can show you. It like lagged my entire PC. Yeah, it like lagged my entire PC somehow. I mean, this visual pinball stuff is cool, but is it finicky, bro? Okay, I just want to quit to editor, but I don't want to. I don't understand. Like, I want you to open this, but not play the game. Okay. So yeah, there's this ball image. So there's a GP ball epirectangular texture, you know, essentially. I don't know how I can visualize it, but it's like a static image. So yeah, it's not really like magic or anything. The original Space Cadet code is available online if you are into that classic. Well, I have the 3D version of it. I also have the game. So, not that interested into checking the code, though, at least for now. Maybe if I want to actually replicate the physics or something, but I'd say that for now, this is fine. I was just trying to see if I could like visualize that image, you know. Yeah, because I don't know, like that image is here, but what is this image even, you know? They surely don't make it like easy. Adjust user settings. I don't know, bro. Export it to ini. Yeah, whatever. I don't understand this beautiful piece of software. It's just too much for me. Live table edition. Good morning, LitGeek. How's it going? Yeah, it crashed. GG. Yeah, that thing, it's finicky as hell. It is going. Well, good, I think. Yeah, sorry for not being able to play Rocket League yesterday, but it was like very late already. Just waking up. Yeah. Americans surely do wake up way too early. I mean, good for you, honestly, but nah. 4:30 a.m. Why? Why? Gotta get that grind in. Watch your stream. Oh, sorry. Well, then, sorry to tell you, but you are 32 minutes too late. So, next time, please wake up at 3:45 a.m. Yeah, you need to wake up 15 minutes earlier so you can, like, I don't know, pee and stuff, and then you can watch the stream. Damn, 4:30. I think I only woke up at 4:30 just to earn the confetti. Yeah, that's the only way you're earning that confetti, actually. Yeah, but I would say that the only time I woke up at 4 something a.m. was to drive to the airport to catch a flight or something. That's way too early, bro. Okay, so today we are working on these again, and I will start adding some sort of like UI elements just to help with figuring out what the hell is going on with the game. So I would say that first, maybe we need to have like some sort of ball counter, like how many balls you have still left or something. An empty node. Good job. So I don't actually know how to make UI. So I need you guys to hold on. Okay. Godot UI. User UI, tutorial UI. And should I make a UI in a different... Well, yeah, I probably should make the UI in a different thing. A different level. Or scene or whatever they call it. But it's fine, it's fine. Okay, so I want to add labels. Yeah, but you're not helping. Introduction. Can you teach me how to add something, please? Score. Creating a UI. Yes. Okay, so I need the user interface first. User interface. Doesn't exist. User interface, no. Interface, no. UI. Bro, I don't know. Put it in a canvas layer first, then add a control node underneath, then use a label node for the score. Hello, good morning. Thank you for the immediate backseating. But thank you for the follow, though. Here's your confetti. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm learning, Godot, so it's fine. In the main scene, add a new child node control to main and name it using interface. Okay, so we need to add a control first. Oh, it's this one. Oh, which is a canvas item. Oh. Okay. User interface. Okay. Now do I just add a random ass label to it? Probably. Balls. 3. I mean, cool. Can I oh, it already says balls 3 there. Roguelite pinball in Godot, sign me up. Thank you very much for the follow. Unticked and Fragment Ventures, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think there's a clear lack of incremental and roguelite pinball games. At least the ones I played on Steam. The ones that I played on Steam I didn't enjoy that much. I'm making a ball game in Godot. A ball game or a pinball game? But I played some games in on Steam that have like available demos. But I didn't really enjoy them at all. So I thought I can make something better. I mean, they still make a ton of money. So, Peg Finity. Oh, I like the art style already. It's pretty cool. Feels like a Plinko. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Whoa. Yeah. What sell these types of games is like the sheer amount of like particle effects that appear like. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Pegfinity. Awesome. Wishlisted. feel like roguelite is an addiction to me at this point. Roguelite tag sold. Yeah, I don't exactly know yet, like the actual direction I want to go with. Joining next fest in June, I hope. Soon demo up. Pretty cool. Well, when you have the demo available, let us know, and I'll probably play it on stream. But I don't actually know yet like the kind of direction that I want to go with. But I want the game to be dependent. So usually when people think incremental, they think that there's also like a huge idle component to your game. That's not my plan at all. I want the player to actively play the game, and the player actually needs to be somewhat skilled enough to beat the game. So it's not just a matter of number goes up easily and I will buy another upgrade and the number goes up even quicker and now I finish the game. I don't want it to be like that. I want you to actually like learn. I want you to learn how to like place the ball on proper spots, you know, to maximize your score. Like you need to be a talented or a somewhat talented like pinball player to finish this. So that's kind of the part of where the roguelite is coming from. Like you actually need to play the game and make like proper decisions on what you are going to do next. And the way that I'm envisioning this so the part where I'm mixing and both incremental and the roguelite tags to the game is that I'm thinking about having like multiple tables that you'll be able to progress. So if you think, for example, Binding of Isaac, for example, where you have like 4 levels, where when you beat one level you go to the one underneath. I was kind of thinking something similar. So you need to beat the first table, and when you beat one table you go to the second one. When you beat the second one you go to the third one. When you beat the third one you'll probably fight like some sort of final boss, and that will be the game. The thing is that whenever you lose, hopefully, you will start from the first table again. You know, you start like at the ground level almost as you go down, you know. But it should be kind of easier for you the next time around for you to reach the second table than it was the first time, because you already have more experience, so you probably already unlocked something that will help you like score faster in order to open the portal or something to go to the second level. And the way that I'm thinking about these upgrades and these unlocks is, I was thinking that you'd have like the tables would be pretty much there, almost in their final form, but every bumper, every slingshot, every lane, every wherever would start essentially disabled and not scoring at all. So you can imagine, for example, that at the start you wouldn't get like any points. You'd only get like points like these wouldn't like bump, you know, like the bumpers wouldn't bump, the slingshots wouldn't slingshot. So nothing of these would happen. Like you could only like hit the ball with the flippers, and whenever you do that, you earn like 1 point. Okay, and after a while, after you earn like 10 points or 20 points or something, then like a prompt appears here saying, okay, you can now unlock one of these pop bumpers for 20 points. And now you unlock that pop bumper. And now when you hit this pop bumper will give you like 10 points when you hit it, you know. And once you get like 100 points, then you are able to unlock a second pop bumper or something like that. So the pop bumpers will be there, the slingshots will be there, but they won't like throw the ball around. They won't increment your score until you actually activate them. So you kind of need to think about as if you just inherited a non-working table and you need to play on it and get points on it in order to fix it, you know. So as you fix it, the next time even if you lose like the 3 balls and then you need to start over, the next time you gonna play on it, everything that you already fixed will be there for you to use to score. So if you then need to score, I don't know, like 1 million points to open the portal to go to the second table, then because everything is already unlocked, it should be fairly easy for you to make those 1 million points. So that's the plan. Like, we'll have multiple tables, they will have like different mechanics. They will start disabled by default, and as you play, you get points, and with points you can essentially fix different parts of the table and stuff. And the more you fix them, the more points you score. The more points you score, the faster you can progress to the next table. If you lose, you start from scratch. From the first table, but we have with everything that you had previous and unlocked, still unlocked. Do you consider abilities to make it easier then? Like check the pinball machine aggressively to move ball? Yeah, I will add like the nudge thing or whatever it's called. Like when you like punch the table to make sure the ball moved where you want it to. Yeah, I'm also building up the board in Pegfinity. Feels great, so I think it's the way to go. Ah, awesome, yeah. I mean, but it's pretty cool. And I know that there are some build as you go games, and that's usually what people are going with, this type of roguelite / incremental games. Like, but they start with an empty table, and you need to build your own table. But the way you need to build your tables is usually to score like trillions of points, but just so you can upgrade it to the max, and when you upgrade it to the max, then the game is done. So you are earning points, but you don't have like an actual purpose for you to earning those points besides just watching the number going up even higher. And in this case, I want you to feel like the points that you are earning are essentially making you a better player as well, because it will allow you to progress to even more difficult and harder scoring tables next. That's the plan. I don't know exactly how I'm going to implement any of this, but this is currently the idea that I have. So this is currently a prototype. So I'm going to be working on this for a couple of weeks. I will probably just create like 2 tables and like very simple tables, just so you can like get an idea of how the game would play, like without any pretty graphics at all. Like, it's just going to be like developer graphics, these like shapes that you have there. Because if the game plays good enough like this, looking like this, then people will have even more interest when it actually like feels all nice and all. So yeah, I'm spending a couple of weeks building this prototype, then I'll ask the community to play it and give me feedback of what they like, what they don't like, if it's difficult, if it's stupid, if it's whatever. And meanwhile, I'll be working on a second prototype of another game idea that I have, which is nothing pinball related. And then I'll essentially do the same thing. I'll make a prototype, I'll ask the community to give me feedback on the prototype, and then by the end of it, I will essentially pick one of the 2 and build a game. Yeah, it takes so much time balancing an incremental. Yeah, I bet it does. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, the thing that I'm most scared about is like all of the art stuff, because I can't model anything 3D to save myself. I cannot draw. I have a couple of friends that are artists, but I do not have money to spare. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. We'll see, we'll see. But yeah, that's the plan with this game. Okay, so we have balls 3 there. I don't know if you noticed, but it says ball 3 right in there. So horizontal adjustment, right? Okay, how can I now, I don't know, like pivot this thing? Layout direction, inherited, transform, size, location, tooltip, focus, mouse. Okay, there's probably like horizontal stuffs. So yeah, I mean, if you guys enjoy pinball and stuff, I don't have any Steam page, I don't have anything, so either keep appearing here on stream. I'm not gonna work on this every day, by the way, because I do have other games that I work on. I currently have 3 games that I'm working on. One in Unreal Engine, one in Unity Engine, and one in Godot. And essentially, every day I pick one of the 3 to work on. This pinball one currently is only mine. The other ones I'm doing with some friends, and they are long-standing projects that have been in development, and that we are trying to finish and put to sell on Steam. But yeah. Okay, how can I like move this thing? Okay, so I had a control, yes. I had a score label, yes. And then I add some text, yes. This changes the color. Click and drag on the viewport to move it away from the top left. I mean, sure, but does this like scale properly if I were to play this on a 4K screen or something? Like, what is the size of that screen, you know? Because I kind of feel like whatever screen it's assuming, it's this blue stuff, but I put it on the top right, and when I play the game, it's on the center, you know? So, what's going on about that? Anchors preset. Oh. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna have to have like multiple controls, maybe. I don't know. Anchor preset. Well. Okay, so maybe this one needs to occupy like the full rectangle or something. And then I'm gonna need to have, if I understand this properly, like a control or a container. I mean, I don't know what is the difference between one or the other. Control, base class for all UI related nodes. Control features a bounding rectangle that defines its extent and anchor position, blah blah blah. And then I have the container, which can be whatever. Okay, what does the label inherit from control? Okay, so the label, if I go on control, it should have the anchor preset and layout. Oh, but it doesn't show the anchor preset on this one. Oh, because it's a child. Use anchors and the rectangle for positioning. Okay, so this one is the full rectangle. So I would need to add like a secondary control, which I would say like, I don't know, score holder or something. This one I would, no, but this one is a child as well. So how do I move it to the other side, you know? Or maybe I don't make it a parent of that. kind of weird. Yeah, if you need to fix the anchor presets, you need to anchor it to the top right, probably the label. Yes, I understand that. Issue is the parent control, the user interface, has this anchors preset set to full rectangle. So what I thought I needed to do was now I would go to this label and under control it would have here the... Oh, it's anchors there instead of position. I see. Never mind. Okay, I need to change it here. Okay, and then I do like top right. Yes. GG, balls 3. Okay, and now label settings, line spacing, font size big. Okay, it's kinda a little bit too much. Balls 3. Lovely. We have 3 balls, exactly like Helgardia has. Balls running in raid 1. GG. Pyong. 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 Okay, we have 3 balls. Okay, in reality this is gonna probably behave a little bit differently, won't it? Where I'll have like balls and then whatever, this is gonna work. Okay, so maybe for the... I need to add a separate script for the UI. I don't know how to make UI on this stuff. Okay, I don't want the theme for now. Attach a new script to the score label and define the score variable. The score should increment 1 every time we squash a monster. Mob.squashed. Oh, so I'll need to put an event and then bind it to the label. Well, I kind of want to have probably one script on the user interface, you know? And then so then here on the game I will somehow have this mob squashed thing. Okay, how do they add that? Groups. Create a new group. Oh. var, move and slide is in group, blah blah blah. Okay, so I need to create a signal and then I attach that signal. I see. Okay, so here on the game, on this script, I'll need to have some sort of like signal. And the signal is, I don't know, lost ball or something. And then whenever something happens, I think I'll need to like call lost ball dot call or something. Emit. Something like this, okay. I'll need to call lost ball emit. But then here on the user interface, I will probably want to connect this signal, but to my user interface on game lost ball. Yeah. And whenever that happens, this gets called here. Okay, this makes a little bit more sense. Okay, is there a way for me to have like some sort of singleton? I know there is. I know it's something about this globals thing here. Like globals auto load. stuff. Godot globals autoload. Global variables autoload singletons. So maybe the game manager needs to be that thing. In the enable variables, then the singleton can be accessed directly in GD script. Okay. Okay, so then I'll need to have some sort of like scripts folder. I don't know. Scripts folder, and then I'll need to have a new script I'm gonna call like game data or something. This game data doesn't extend from anything. And then here on auto load, I'm probably loading this game data. As this singleton does not inherit from node. Oh. Okay, apparently needs to extend from node. The singleton pattern. Did you ever play RuneScape? I probably tried it like in the past, like when I was a kid or something, but I probably played like for 1 hour. I'm not a big MMO RPG type of guy. And also I didn't have enough friends back then to play with, so usually I only play like FPS and I went solo. I played mostly alone. Yeah, well, then maybe we need to create like a WoW community ourselves or something. But I mean, what I don't like about those games are the complete sweats that play it, you know? People just... they start living for that game, which is freaking crazy. Global GD extends from node. Okay, so do I just create like a regular var? Probably. Var. Remaining balls. 3. Can I somehow have these like attached like to the scene or something so I could modify it? Or not really? Okay, in any case, let's assume we have this var remaining balls 3, and then we call func lost ball, and these does some weird stuff. Is this even the thing? Is this like remaining balls minus equals 1? If remaining balls less than 0, or no. So I have 3 balls remaining. No, well, usually I start with 3 balls, you know, so I play the first one, then I only have 2 balls remaining. Okay, so whenever I lose the ball, And if I don't know yet, but I would say that here I would say game over. You know, game over. GG. You lost. Get wrecked. I don't know how this is gonna work, but it's whatever. Okay, so let's now assume here that on game lost ball or something, I actually want, well, I probably don't want to attach to this signal there, you know. I probably want to attach this. Okay, so maybe this game won't have this signal, lost ball. Maybe I will have it on the parent script. I don't know. Shouldn't matter that much. In any case, how do I access that thing? Oh, it's a global dot. Okay, so can I just do game data dot lost ball? No. No. I can do game data dot remaining balls. Yes, and this is user interface. So if this is user interface, I should be able to call label dot text equals balls plus game data remaining balls. Identifier not found, game data. Okay. Why? Why don't you want my help, little bro? Global classes, autoload, singletons. Okay, so I create that. Well, I think this is the exact same page that I was in, but it's whatever. Okay, so that global variable needs to be enabled, which it is, and it is under game data. You know, it's under game data. And if the enable column is checked, then the singleton can be accessed directly in GDScript player variables.elf minus equals 10. Well, sorry to tell you, but this thing doesn't enjoy my game data. Identifier not found, game data. Do we know why? I mean, I can do it like this, just make sure that oh, invalid operand strings and int in operator. Okay. Do I need to do a toString kind of thing? Do I do a string like this? Does this work, bro? No. Okay, how do I do a int toString Godot? Str. It's a str. Okay, bro. Okay, it works. So now I can move it here. Well, I can probably do it on ready as well. Womp. Okay, so now we just need to figure out the... We probably need to have some sort of area trigger here. Just so we can like know whenever the ball passes, it should decrement the ball once, essentially. Yep. So on incliner, I'm gonna add an area 3D. In terms of transform, all this is fine, sir. I just need it to move here a little bit, here, something like this. I need to have a collision shape, which I'm gonna make some sort of box. It's not really as if it was relevant, but oh, this thing is huge, bro. Wow. 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 Holy big. You know, something like this. Something like this should work. Doesn't need to be pretty. Doesn't need to be pretty. Okay, and then on this thing I'm gonna have a signal. In the received area. No. It's a body entered, so a body enters a body. So, well, how do I actually want to do this? Okay, how do pinballs machines work? Like in reality. So I suppose that I start with 3. Okay, maybe we need to play now the Space Cadet thing. Okay. Yeah. Press start. Start. Boot sequence, yes. Okay. Oh, it says that I'm on ball 1. Player 1 ball 1. Okay. Awaiting deployment. Redeploy. Okay, bro, it's fine. Okay. It doesn't tell me how many balls I have. It's just saying that I am on ball 1. Okay. And now it says that I'm on ball 2. Okay. You tilted. GG. Ball 3. The ball looks huge and heavy in comparison with the original game. Yeah. This is not like exactly the table. They have like several differences. For example, these are the hyperspace. Well, I cannot show it. I can. So here, like this hyperspace thing here to my left. It's supposed to like align perfectly with this left flipper. At least that's what it does in the original game. So you can, essentially the ball will fall from here and then you can hit it perfectly and then it will enter. And you can time it perfectly on the original game. In this one, this hyperspace thing actually sends you the ball here to this corner here. So it actually like misses completely the flipper. But I mean, the ball does look very heavy in comparison. The ball is very heavy in comparison. And I kinda had to 2x my gravity to be able to like have a similar feel on my game. But I mean, this is pretty cool. And actually playing on a pretty decent monitor that I have on 4K, this thing kind of feels like I'm playing a real table. Oh, shit. Black hole. Kickback. Wah. Engine upgraded. Yeah, one thing that happens here too much is that the ball just fails this lane here a bunch, and usually it goes here on the extra ball kickback thing. So it's actually easier for you to lose on this game as well. But I mean, the fact that you can build this sort of game with a CAD-like program, it's very commendable. Like, see, like it misses the flipper completely. But you have a ton of control with the flippers, which is what I will want to do with my game, because I don't think I have this much control. Yeah, anyway. Okay, so they don't count down, they count up. That's what I wanted to check. That's what I wanted to check. So in reality, this shows like ball 1, ball 2, ball X. So I would say that on this game data script, I'll probably need to have like a total balls or something. And then a current ball that we start at 0. Well, we'll probably start it at 1. And then when we lost the ball, we current ball plus 1. And then if current ball is larger than total balls, we game over. Yeah, sad. I mean, I'll probably show it like a current ball equals. Okay, current ball 0 or something. Or a 999. Doesn't matter that much for now. Okay. And then here I say ball, current ball. Func update ball label, void this, and then I just call this here. this. Right, ball 1, good job. And then, whoop. When we lose, we call it again. Okay, so I have this area 3D here stuff that let me think. I don't know if I want to bind this to this game manager here, or if I should use just like the singleton with the signal there. Thing is if I use the singleton, then the binding I think I need to do it through code, not as if I can do like the signal thing through here. I think. Can I? I mean, maybe I can somehow. Does anyone know? So what if I do a globals with a signal? Godot globals signal bind. You can bind arguments to signals. Is it good practice to make all signals global? Pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. We'll do it like this for now. Okay, so I want to have this body entered here, and I'll call it on area 3D body entered currently, but this is just this. Okay, and I'll call lostball.emit here. Okay, and this lostball dot. No, hold on, I'm confused now. No, the lostball.emit. No, I don't want to have it here. Okay, so here probably I should do game data dot lostball. Yes. Okay, let's see if this works. So ball 1. Womp 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 womp. It didn't work. Why? Because I need to go here on the collisions. I need to say that this is a collision other that only collides with the ball. Womp. Womp. GG. Game data lost ball, current ball plus equals 1. Oh, and then I still need to do the lostball.emit because the... Yeah, never mind. Lostball.emit. Hold on. Yeah, lost. I don't know why I removed this. I was being dumb. Okay, and here on the user interface, I have this signal. Or never mind. I want to attach to this lost ball on user interface on game lost ball. Okay. Now it should work. Hello, American. Good morning. Ball 2. Good job. Now we do this. Ball 3. Good job. And now we do this. Womp, 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 womp. Ball 999. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, now if I do this, it's gonna... I know that now it's gonna tell me, oh, ball 1000 or something, but no. Okay, but it's properly like counting the balls. So if I do this, ball 2, ball 3, and then... Okay, good job. Now I'm gonna need to have a secondary label. You know? Okay, so this is gonna be the current ball label, or a label current ball. This is gonna be the label I wonder... Maybe I should only be able to buy points when I lose one ball. And then the people have the incentive to lose a ball to actually buy stuff, which will force them to lose the game more times on purpose. Because if not, you need to be able to purchase things while playing the game, which is fun. You might need to be playing while reading and clicking, which is also fairly difficult in terms of keeping the ball alive. Or you can only buy things when you lose the ball. I actually don't know. Do any of you have any suggestion about version A or version B? So I'm gonna explain it again. The idea is that we play the game, we score some points, and whenever we score points, we will use that points to unlock stuff on the table. Should you be able to unlock stuff while you are playing and you are keeping the ball alive? This is version A. Or do you need to lose the ball on purpose? Not on purpose, but you actually need to lose the ball, and you can only upgrade the table when you don't have like a ball running around. In theory, doing a... What do you mean by unlock? Okay, so imagine that this is currently the table that we have. So it's 2 slingshots and 3 pop bumpers. They will be here, always here, but they will start disabled, meaning that they won't bounce the ball back when you hit them with the ball, and they won't count towards your score because they are disabled at start. So you need to score points just by, at the beginning, you need to score points by just hitting the ball with the flippers. Each time you hit the ball with the flippers, you earn 1 point. And let's assume that when you get 10 points, you can unlock your first thing. And you can choose whatever. And by unlocking them, you can now eat them, and by eating them, you'll get more points, and the thing will actually like bump the ball around. So yeah, you should be maybe able to... Oh, you have to choose. That's the thing that I don't know yet. So you can either... I mean, there's a tons of choices that we can do here. Okay, maybe I'm gonna create like a text file to do MD. So how do we buy upgrades? So we have 2 versions. A, do we buy them while keeping the ball in play? Or B, only buy them when no ball is in play? So this is the first version. Now the second version is, how do you select an upgrade? A, all predetermined. B, random. C, player chooses. If so, how though? No. So there's plenty of open-ended questions happening right now. Like there's tons of possibilities here. Will there be a pause? No, I don't want you to be a pause. Like, I want you to feel like this is a... Okay, so imagine this lore. Okay, this is the best idea that I have for a lore so far. Imagine that you inherit a pinball table from someone, or you just get a pinball table at home. Like someone sent you a pinball table, and you kind of open that pinball table, and that pinball table is like kind of weird, you know? It has like tons of scratch marks. It has been very used and abused, and you try to play the thing, and the thing doesn't count any score whatsoever. Like, it only counts score when you hit the ball with the flippers, which is really weird. But as you play, you somehow can unlock more stuff on the table by playing more. So if you imagine that you are doing this in real life, then you cannot have a pause, you know? And I don't want you to have a pause. If anything, the pause is you lose a ball and you can stay there a little while. You shouldn't be able to... I know I have this enabled so far, but this is like for me. You know, I can have this and I can press P and the ball like freezes there. And I can pause and unpause here, but I don't want you to have this in-game. You shouldn't have this ability of just freezing the ball in place. So the decision is, okay, you get the points, you can purchase something. Maybe whenever you need to purchase something, maybe like a door here somewhere can open, and if you throw the ball there, then something changes about the table and you can choose. And that counts as playing, and you kind of need to unlock it with playing the ball and aiming properly, which maybe is cool. Or maybe we just unlock it randomly, you know? Or maybe you unlock it by only when you lose the ball, then you are given the choice of, do you want to unlock something now, or do you want to continue playing? You know, there are plenty of possibilities here, and I would say that they are all very different, and they will all severely impact how the game is going to be played. You know, because at the same, so imagine, for example, that whenever you have enough points to buy an upgrade, like some weird hole or something appears on the table, you know, like a new gate or something, and you can hit and throw the ball there, and whenever the ball enters, you enter this purchase mode. What if you don't want to do that, you know? What if you shot your ball and you didn't want the ball to enter this? So now you are kind of being forced to buy an upgrade while not wanting to upgrade, you know? Having to lose a ball on purpose sounds like a bad idea. I mean, true. But it could be a mechanic, you know? Maybe each table will have a different mechanic for upgrades. So we can explore different tables playing differently, which is what I want to do. So maybe for the last table, like the super cursed hell table or whatever, you actually need to, what's the word? You kind of need to sacrifice yourself in order to be able to go forth a little bit more, which is a neat idea, you know? Yeah, you are sacrificing yourself in behalf of the table. So maybe you need to make like a blood pact with the table or something like weird like that, you know? think there were certain flippers where you had to lose a ball in order to get a second ball in play. Others put the second ball in play instantly too. Yeah. Yeah, there I don't know, I don't exactly remember, but I do remember playing like some pinballs where you had like multi-ball, where the balls like kind of just appeared out of nowhere. But yeah, well, in this specific sense, I'm not talking about the multi-ball. Well, the thing is, the thing that I imagine is, I kind of feel the player needs to be the one making a decision. Okay, the player needs to be the one making a decision. So we shouldn't force the upgrade loop or the shop loop, whatever you want to call it, onto the player. So the player needs to think, okay, now is the time for me to upgrade and do something. So maybe even if we have some sort of like gate or hole or something, maybe that hole only opens if you keep both flippers up, you know? So you would need to play. The hell? Why is this not working, bro? Maybe you would need to play, you know, you'd shoot the ball, and then you need to, the hell? You need to keep these things like pointing up in order to keep that entrance open or something. So you would shoot the ball, and then you need to keep it in the upward position so the ball can actually enter that, and that's your decision. Maybe, because I don't want you to do this, like shoot the ball like randomly, like do just this and be able to trigger like a purchase. Your flipper is a all hold. That frees one hand. Sorry, I don't understand what you mean. Cursed. Your flipper is a hold. That frees one hand. You don't need a special area. Oh, I see what you mean. So okay, I see what you mean. So I could literally like hold the ball here and make the purchase. But how do I make the purchase? You know, because the only thing that I have available... Okay, you kind of need to imagine that we are playing like real flipper, you know? So the only thing that I have available is I have the shooter available, and I have the other flipper. So whatever I need to decide on, I only have two actions to decide on. You click on the board. On real pinball tables, you have a glass panel, so you can't actually touch the thing, you know? And I don't want you to use the mouse, because then if you are playing this with a controller, then you need to actually have like a mouse cursor that moves around or something, you know? The user experience on this is gonna be crazy, bro. This is gonna be like so different from any freaking pinball game that has been done before that I don't even know. I kind of want to reach out to a friend, which is like an OG user experience guy. And the guy has tons of experience, like, not building, but like playing like arcade games and stuff. Man, I bet he would have like ton of ideas for this. Yeah, but see what the problem is. Once you start imagining that this is a real table and you are interacting this as if you were like a real human person with all of the limitations that a real table has, then you just can't like click stuff with the mouse, you know. Everything you can do is 2 flippers, 1 shooter. Maybe you can put a coin. Maybe you can put a coin. Maybe you can earn like sacred coins, and the coins will unlock different tables. You are being constrained by your own mind. Need to go for this. Just thinking. Okay, the first thing that you can do is like cooperate. You know, you can actually like answer the open-ended questions that I've done so far, because I'm looking for community feedback on this. Let me know if you want me to ask the questions again. I understand that you might be doing something else. Hello, Ducito. Okay, so you guys need to imagine that this is a real table, okay? It's a real physical table. The only actions that you have is 2 flippers and the ball shooter here. Okay, this is the only way that you can interact with the table. So the question now is, if you played the ball and you earn points and you are supposed to unlock upgrades on the table through playing the table, what's the actual action to unlock a new thing? You can also give it a nudge. Yeah, that's true, but that's not a feature of the table, I would say. That's just you like punching the table hard because you are tilt. Yeah. Okay, but you know how you can physically interact with the table? Those are our limitations. So you score points, and with points you can purchase upgrades. So how do you purchase an upgrade? So do you actually play a ball and lose the ball, and whenever you lose the ball you enter upgrade mode? Or do you hold the ball with your pad, and while you are holding the ball you purchase upgrades somehow, but now you only have this and this available? Or do we have some sort of like secret entrance that we can throw the ball into, and whenever we get into that entrance we can then choose what we are gonna unlock? No, I have 2 labels here. And this one isn't being modified. That's why. That's a very strict limitation to have. I can't really think of an intuitive way to do it. Okay, so I would say that if it were me, I would say that in terms of buying an upgrade, we already know that tables usually have like the LCD stuff, you know, like tracking the score or something. So we can technically write stuff there, you know, and we can have like some sort of cursor with selection and something. So the question now is, how do you enter that mode? Do I just like trigger everything? So left flipper, right flipper, and shooter, and like it triggers that mode? Or do we have like something on the table that we need to end to like throw the ball into? But if you can throw the ball into this thing, what if you are playing regularly and the ball enters that, but you don't want the ball to enter that, you know? Like, I feel like the player should decide when this upgrade loop happens. The shot being kind of tunneled, you gotta shoot the ball into makes sense. Yeah. Okay, I know that Ducito wrote something. Hold on, I didn't forget about you. You could add a location for a shop where the ball is paused. Then there's display offering 3 options to purchase. Left flipper goes left, right flipper goes right. Clicking both flippers at the same time makes the purchase and releases the ball. Yeah. Something like that. But what if you don't actually want the ball to go there? You know? So imagine that this thing there, let's imagine that hitting the ball here or whatever triggers the purchase loop. What if I don't want to hit that thing, you know? Like I do this, it hits it, now it gets the ball stuck. What if I don't want that? What if I just want to leave? Or if I don't even want the ball to get stuck there, you know? Probably the ball should get stuck there the first time, so the player can learn about what's happening. But every other time, I want to be the one decided when I enter that shop or not. So what I was thinking is that this could be some sort of a gate, you know, and I would need to, okay, on this side, I would need to like shoot the ball there, but I would need to like keep both of my flippers up or something in order to keep like that gate open, and then it enters. And you know, in terms of user experience, it's kind of weird. Thank you for the follow, GS Stray. Welcome to this. Oh, sorry, OX Stray. I don't know why I read a G there. Can also press player 1 and player 2 buttons. No, this is a single player table. Yeah, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm building a pinball prototype, essentially for a couple of weeks, and then I will decide if it's worth pursuing or not. What if the shop was a feature of the ball launcher, so you can go extra hard to hit it, for example? I understand, and that's why my question is, so now you need to lose a ball on purpose so you can enter the shop, right? Because you can only enter the ball launcher by losing, you know? So yeah, tons of questions here. So how do we buy upgrades? Or when? When do we buy upgrades? Do we buy them while keeping the ball in play? We only buy them when the ball is... when no ball is in play, or see ball enters like secret tunnel, something like this. And if we do this, how do we trigger this though? How do we trigger this though? Yeah, and then how do you select an upgrade? Well, if we go on the secret tunnel, then we can use like the flippers to select. But if we go while the ball is in play, then it's either predetermined or random. So it's your idea of being a feature of the ball launcher makes sense. Like you need to push the ball launcher like extra hard or hold the ball launcher for like 3 seconds. But it requires you losing one ball. I mean, this is fairly difficult to think about because I don't think there's any game that does anything like this, you know. What about making the shop an area at the flipper? So when you hold flipper up and hold ball, it enters the shop. So you'd have like a hole here. So you'd have like a hole there, and by doing this for like 3 seconds, that hole opens and the ball enters. They like semi-professional pinball players are stopping the ball like a bunch of times. That's how you properly aim. You know, one thing is aiming like this, where the ball is already has a bunch of speed, and whatever speed you impact on it, it's gonna. I mean, it already has like horizontal speed to this, so when you hit it with the flipper, it's gonna add that speed. But if you hold the flipper here and then you hit it, then you are just you don't have any additional speed to hit the ball with, you know. So yeah, they pause the ball a bunch of times. Can I share an idea here regarding your shop? Absolutely. I'm literally asking the community to help me. Can I share it as an image? I think that would be easier to explain. Sure. Feel free to share. Feel free to post an URL here. I mean, URLs are enabled for everyone, so. And I will open it on a secondary screen first to make sure nothing bad happens. Maybe hold both flippers up to enter shot to avoid that. Yeah, so that's what I was kind of thinking with the... The thing is, okay, you hold both flippers up to enter shop. So, but will there be a hole in here and the ball like falls into that hole to store the ball? Because now, if you need to use the flippers to interact with it, I mean, I technically can disable the flippers while I'm in shop mode, but I don't know. What I was thinking is I would have some sort of like, imagine that corner there, as you were saying, like I should be able to like hold the flippers up, and then whenever the ball entered there, this would, having the flippers up, both of them, would essentially open that gate, so the ball would enter there. But if I lowered either one of the flippers, then this is blocked and the ball like plays regularly, you know, it doesn't go in. I don't know. Because at the same time, I kind of want to make it like skill-based for you to enter the shop. But I mean, this is the first table, so it should be kind of easy, you know? So maybe for this, whenever you put like both up, like the entrance for the thing is here or something. But on another table, it can be like a weird diagonal shot that you need to do. I don't know. This is actually like fairly difficult. Okay, hold on, let me read the other message first. What if when you have enough points to unlock something, you have 3 ramps, and depending on what ramp the ball goes through, that's what you buy? Okay, but how do you know? How do you map like each individual upgrade to a ramp? And what if you can only like actually unlock one thing, you know? Because unlocking a bumper might cost you 10, but maybe unlocking a slingshot might cost you 15 or 50 even. So then you have like the 3 ramps available, and then the ramps are also using a ton of space on the table, you know. I was thinking just a zone that lights up when you enter shop, ball stays there, so you would have like some sort of magnet there. Okay, so this would be a combination from different elements from different games, but the short version is I'm imagining it like this. Okay, let me open this. Okay, copy image link, and let me open it here. This would be in a random location every round. As soon as the ball enters it, time slows down and you pick your item. Menu opens. It just offers maybe 3 to 5 elements. The game in the background keeps running, but in slow motion. Above the items, I would imagine a time bar burning down. As soon as the ball is out of the shopping area, shop is closed, you are back in the game. That would combine the roguelike element of good luck finding the upgrade, and you can miss it, your own fault, with not pausing the game indefinitely at times. Hold on. Okay, so you are seeing that this would be random every time, but will this like be hidden? Like, how do you know you need to like throw the ball there? And the other thing is, I don't want to trigger this by mistake, you know, like the player should make the decision that they want to upgrade. If you are playing like Path of Exile, for instance, or if you are playing Darkest Dungeon or whatever, you have a definitive shop that you have to click on to go and upgrade. If you don't want to go to that shop, you can just continue playing. So I'm trying to integrate that as being like a proper decision for the player. And because we are playing balls and throwing balls, it might happen that by chance the player will shoot the ball in that direction and it will enter this, and they didn't want it to enter this, and now they are waiting, I don't know, like 10 seconds that they didn't want to go through. But I mean, yeah, it's a neat idea, like making this a tunnel with slow motion where the ball like moves very slowly, and you kind of have like the score tracker, like the LCD screen, and use like the flippers to choose what you want and whatnot. You have like 5 seconds to make a choice or something. That is cool. I like that idea. But I don't want to trigger this by chance. I'm okay with these like changing every now and then, like the location, just to not make it as easy. Like you actually need to aim differently depending on how the game is progressing, but the player needs to know, okay, the shop is there, and if I hit this, I'm gonna enter the shop, but it might happen that I hit this by pure chance that I don't want to go there. Roguelite Pinball, is this going to be Next Adventure Pinball? Is Next Adventure Pinball a game? I don't know. HuntGame64, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. It's safe, like in Space Cadet, that you want to hit the ramp as many times as you can. But yes, good players know how to aim. I'm awful at table football and pinball, so I have no idea what a skilled player looks like. I think it's becoming less obvious as the game progresses. Would be an option, eventually becoming very much hidden, yes. Also, I think there could be just an instant leave shop button, which just resumes time directly. I saw a pinball game in the distance. I clicked right away to check it out. Cool, cool. Welcome to the stream. Alternatively, if the shop is on the right, player hits the tunnel, player has to hold right for X seconds to enter. Okay, yeah, so that was kind of what we were talking about. You can kind of hold the ball here, then you need to hold both flippers up for like 3 seconds. This opens the hole and you like point, you try to aim there again. You know, something like that. If not, you need to go for a different round or something. Then you do this again. Okay, you close the ball, 1, 2, 3, and then whomp, you try to throw it and then you miss and stuff like that. You hold both of them, 1, 2, 3. The little gate opens and the whomp, you try again and you miss. See, like this is fairly difficult. Okay, I'm kind of curious about the other message from one Oglop 1. Next Adventure Pinball. Yeah, if you are around, can you provide me more context on your message? Is Next Adventure Pinball like a real game that exists that I can take inspiration from, or what? So 3 flip. Okay, I've seen a thing where there is a flipper on the launch path, so you can instantly direct the ball into shop from launch. But again, you need to die. So 3 flippers in total. So third flipper somewhere else to redirect into shop easily. I'm also working on a pinball game, but using an Unreal Engine. Damn. Very cool. Do you have like a Steam page or something that we can look at? Yeah, I'm already making a game in Unreal Engine, a real-time strategy game with some friends. I'm doing an Unity Engine game, a digital version of a board game with another friend. And now I'm doing my own pinball game in Godot. So I have three games going with 3 different engines. Yeah, that flipper part is that third flipper idea is a good idea, I would say. I mean, there are no right or wrong answers, by the way. I'm just looking for ideas because since this is going to be like a roguelite incremental game, I imagine that we'll have multiple tables, so the different tables can have different ways of triggering the shop, you know. So any idea is valid. Steam badge will be published on June 25th. I'll keep you updated. Sounds like a plan. I mean, if you have like a screenshot or something that you want to share, I don't know if you work on this on Twitch. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. No, doesn't look like you stream. Okay. Yeah, but if you have anything to share, feel free. Or I also have a Discord server, so you can also join there, and you can talk pinball there. This is my Discord server, by the way. If any of you want to join, I will probably start posting like executables there fairly soon, and ask for feedback. Okay. I want this game to progress and have different tables, and I kind of want things to be a little bit more cursed every table that comes next. But I would say that for a first table, things should be kind of fairly simple. So I would say that for the first table, this paused the game somehow. Weird. But I would say that for the first table, it should be fairly easy, accessible for you to enter the shop. So I kind of like the idea of just holding the ball and holding both flippers up, and then you enter shop mode. And because you'll probably have like an LCD, you know, counting the score and all, we can change that LCD we can have that LCD driving the store with like the different cursors and all, and then you use the plunger or whatever this is called to make your selection. So maybe we start with that plan, and while we enter the shop, the ball is like locked in place through a magnet or something. You know? Something like that. Thoughts? And then maybe this for the first table only, okay? Because maybe for the second table we can have like the tunnel or something where you need to hold both up to open a hole on the wall or something, and then you actually need to try and hit the thing, you know, for example. I don't know. And we'll make it harder every table, no? Then maybe on the super cursed last table, maybe you need to eat everything once or something hot like that to actually open the store, you know? Or you need to do like some weird cursed set of actions. Or maybe the only way for you to trigger that is what Timonat was saying, that you can actually only reach there by using the plunger and opening the that hole right there and then release the plunger, and this forces you to lose 1 life in order to make upgrades. So you are essentially sacrificing yourself, which is also a good idea. So as you can see, I think we'll be able to use pretty much all of them. And the different tables will have different mechanics. It's not a good idea. No? What if it's your last ball? Forcing a player to lose? Not good. I mean, it's not forcing the player to lose. The player can choose not to do that. I mean, it's essentially... I mean, imagine that you lose, okay? Imagine that you are playing and you lose the ball, okay? And now, because you lost the ball, you have a chance to go to the store. I do understand if it's the last ball, then you're kind of cursed. But at the same time, if it's the last ball, when you join that table for the first time, then you'll be able to go there. If you play randomly and you lose, then GG, you lost. But the idea is that, like, the points never reset, you know? Or maybe they do, or maybe if you lose, your points get halved or something weird like that. But you never actually start from 0 points, I would say. So maybe for the last table, maybe that's a chance, you know. Like you do this, you start on the last table, you do this opens like a little hole there, and you use the plunger to get there. And then you play normally, you do your stuff normally, blah 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 blah. But now you lost the ball, it's gonna restart, and now you get a chance to enter that again. I don't know. I like this idea in the sense that it's gonna limit the maximum amount of times that you can enter that shop on the same playthrough. You know? Because if not, you can do this and you can pion pion pion, pion pion pion, pion pion pion, score. You hold this, you open both, you shoot, store, you buy upgrades, then you you do pew 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 pew, like very stuff, pew 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 pew. Now you hold the ball again, you put both up, you throw it, and you enter again. So you can do this pretty much indefinitely. But for the last table, you have a maximum of 3 attempts to upgrade. For example. I mean, we can always make you earn more balls, you know? It's not like if you only have 3 balls and no more additional balls. We can give you more balls. But this is cool because these limits as only one upgrade per ball, instead of playing the same ball for a while, scoring points, and then try again. So I think it's interesting. As I'm saying, like, there are really no right or wrong answers. So whatever you go with doesn't seem like it's important at this point. That is true. If anything, let it be a feature that you can feed the ball back into the launch area. So you don't have to lose a ball but go in there. I mean, sure, but then at that point it's just behaving the same, you know? It's just me doing this and finding some weird spot that I need to throw the ball in, then the ball will have like a guide that will put me the ball here, and then here I do the same thing. So it kind of still makes it unlimited. But I agree with you, it doesn't really matter this much. But yeah, I think this is the plan then. I think we hold both flippers up for a little while. I feel like something wonky is going on with the collision on the right side that's making it way easier to fit into the launcher area. Yes, hello, welcome to the stream. Ogmatic. I'm not... Thank you for the feedback. I'm not looking at physics stuff right now. I mean, I need to improve all of the physics on this. I mean, the ball glues there, you know? The ball glues to the table, to the sidewall for some reason. It doesn't like bounce back. So that's what's happening. And besides that, I also don't want the ball to fall in there. It should have like some sort of gate here. Yeah. Okay, do we like this plan? We hold the ball, both flippers up. Something happens, maybe the ball gets frozen in place. But this essentially enters. So if you do this and you send the ball somewhere, this enters shop mode. No? Well, I think that's what I'm going with, though. I mean, at least for the first table, you know, I literally just need a way to do this for now. But if you have two balls in play and you are holding both on purpose and not because you want to enter store mode, I mean, you need to do this for like 3 seconds, you know? So you actually need to do this for a little while. It's not like you do this once and then you enter store mode. I mean, you can have different balls, but if you are holding this one, I mean, this one you can see like play before the 3 seconds timer starts, you know? You haven't seen me play pinball. I mean, then you need to get better, you know? The objective for this game is for you to learn how to play pinball better. You actually need to understand what the hell is happening. And maybe the first table won't have multiple balls. I don't know. But I mean, it's a good suggestion. To quote Peanut, maybe don't suck. Yeah. Do you want the store mode to happen at will? Or could it be a rotating event that pops up that you have to land in? This is an incremental game. This is a roguelite game. So on well, it's kind of different, isn't it? On roguelite games, you essentially pass several levels and then you can choose. No, I mean, even on our roguelite events, you choose when you choose if you want to go into a shop or not. Like, you are never mandated to go into a shop. So I would say that it's kind of a rotating event, but you can choose not to trigger it. And on an incremental game, you always have the possibility there. You can always click upgrade whenever you feel like, but it's up to you to decide if you want to enter that or not. So maybe it could be a rotating event, meaning that it's not available at all times, but it should be the player choosing if they want to trigger that or not. For me, the best option is something on the table that you have to enter on purpose. True, but you need to also say, okay, I'm gonna to attempt to enter this on purpose. That's why we are doing the... I don't know what the fuck happens, but when you skip song, it freezes my game. But that's why I'm thinking like go with the both flippers up for 3 seconds, and then you have one attempt to try and enter it. If not, you need to like hold the ball again and try again or something. Or I mean, you could be playing and the ball could be like weirdly bouncing around, and you just have like the flippers standing up, just waiting for the like the proper time and stuff. Like poing 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 poing. See poing poing. I guess there won't always be something to buy, so enabling it only when stuff available is going to be the thing anyway. True. Having to aim for a specific area on the table is the essence of playing pinball. That is true, but this is the first table. This is the first table. So it cannot be something like weird. Make a wider ramp. Make a wider ramp. I mean, it's tough. Game design is tough. User experience is tough. But I mean, it's really fun to just do this around the table, by the way. So the physics are actually like legit fun. Do you have Space Cadet? Let's play it for a while. I do have. Do you want the 2D1 or the 3D1? The 2D1 I can't really scale that much. Well, I can use the magnifier, I guess. I mean, yes, they are telling you, but you can still enter them any way you want. Okay, I'm not putting like the game sound because F3. Okay, this is way too loud. Hold on. Bro, for fuck's sake, can you go on 20? Thank you. Okay, let's go with this. I understand that. Look how small that tunnel on the right side is, and you have to eat that. Yeah, but you only have this table. This is a physical table. I'm gonna have multiple tables, and the first one should be fairly accessible, like fairly easy. Well, if you want, I can play the 3D version. The 3D version kind of vibes a little bit more. You know? This is a... Hold on, this is still loading. This lags my entire PC, bro. I don't really understand this piece of software. GG, it crashed. Yeah, it crashed. Okay, let's try again. Visual Pinball. Okay, good job. So 3D. How do I actually nudge this? So it's Z on one side and that on the other side. GG. Crash bonus. The sounds though, the sounds are amazing. I cannot fucking enter there. The ball definitely looks more than just a standard cube map. I'm pretty sure this is just a... Oh no, it has like something to it, yeah. No, I think it's just... It has like some scratch marks texture on it. And the scratch marks like move around. See? It's literally reflecting the light of the table. No, you're right. Well, I mean, then probably it's PBR. Like by default, the image is just the regular shiny stuff, and then it's like bumped to a billion or something. I don't know. Okay, something happened, new activity. I heard like some sound. I don't know. Oh. Pyong. I mean, I think I'm kind of playing okay. But like this table has too much like stuff happening. Pyong. Oh, saved. I think that by the end of this I'm gonna buy a pinball table. Legit. This is so freaking fun, bro. Replay. So it feels like I have a bunch of free balls already. fuck? I mean, this kind of works as bait, you know, because people will open the stream thinking that I'm making this game now, which I'm not. But I mean, I appreciate the free 17 viewers that I have right now. This is not my game. Extra ball, shoot again. Pyong. Oh, they even animate the pop bumper thing. Wow, look at your progress. When did you make this? Yesterday. I made all of these yesterday. When I was kind of feeling sleepy, you know. I was like, nah, I don't feel like coding much. So I spent like 10 minutes and I coded this entire thing. Dude. GG. 1 million PP. Yes, I have a large PP. Okay, pretty cool. Okay, we can exit this now. Pepe. Okay, let me read all of your messages because I've been ignoring you. Looks like a light on the roof of the room, probably fixed, not dynamic. Some kind of warped screen space effect around the ball. My childhood game under Windows XP Masterclass. The blue blinking, there you completed one. There is a point where those lights start spinning. Now everyone knows Space Cadet. Wow, look at your progress. When did you make this? Yeah. Okay, cool. Chat has been all red. So yeah, I like the idea of having like an LCD of some sort, because I was thinking that we can then have like some sort of mini games on it as well. You know, we could even play like the Chrome dinosaur game on pinball somehow. Like I could literally implement this inside that small LCD and we would be playing this there, and this would help a dot matrix display. Yeah, we could have like tons of games like this. We could have Tetris, we could have this pinball game. Which I think would be cool, you know, and this would help you like score more and more. Damn, this guy made like a reflective sensor. So okay, I think that we will go with the hold both things up, because if you imagine like IRL, you know, you don't actually can hold both up and then pull the plunger because you only have two hands, so you're kind of limited there. Yeah, I mean, maybe you can even, I don't know, doesn't matter that much. But yeah, I would say that we need to hold this for next amount of time, and some hole or something is gonna happen and be enabled for like 10 seconds, and then we just try to send the ball there, and the ball gets stuck, and then we can purchase stuff on that LCD display. For now, I would say that because I even imagine, maybe not on the first table. I mean, I kind of want the first table to feel like a regular pinball table, but again, I want it to become more cursed and cursed as it goes. So I was legit thinking that one of the future tables, whenever you entered shop mode, the actual physical table would change, and you need to play like pinball on the shop to make your choice. Something like that. Need to stop the ball going back to the shooter? Obviously. Just not today. I also need to get the ball not gluing to the sidewalls for some reason. Okay. Okay. So, how do I do this? You know, how do I do this? I will probably need to have an event on the flipper thing. Not an event, but I will essentially need to no, I think I'll need an event. So I will need to essentially send an event whenever I'm activating or is activated or is active or whatever. So var activating. Okay, so this, and this, and this, and this, and then here I do a is activating equals activating. Okay, so besides this, the what I need to do here is, if they are both different, I'm gonna need to emit like a flipper state active and active, because I would say that then on my singleton, I'm not exactly sure how to like create the architecture for this, but I will need to somewhere that's not on the flipper itself. I will need to keep track of how long I'm holding like the flippers up. You know, how long am I holding them up? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay, so here I will need to call like, I don't know if I should call the like the game manager first and then the game manager calls the singleton, or if I should call the singleton from here. Because I don't want to have like tons of behavior about the flipper, you know, like the flipper doesn't need to know about the store. It doesn't need to keep a timer of how long it has been like in the active position. So I think I should send this the to the game script, and then the game script connects with the singleton. Yeah. So the only things that can connect with the singleton are the like root level things. So only the user interface script and the game script. Everything else connects with the game or the user interface. Yeah. So I'm gonna need to emit a new signal. So I'm gonna need to emit a new signal. So I think it's like this. So I'll need to emit a state.emit activating. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Something like this. And then what this will essentially mean is that on this guy here, oh, why don't I have the signal here on the flipper? Oh, this is the thing. Okay. Well, it can be called like state changed. Okay, and then I can bind this to an on left flipper state changed. On flipper state changed. Yes. So here we get this stuff. Active flipper equals 0. So if active flippers plus equals 1, oh, else active flippers minus equals 1. Oh, we are already over 130 followers. Damn, GG. Thank you for the follow, Math08. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, my name is Dudezord. I've been streaming on Twitch only for 2 or 3 months. 2 months. This is my 3rd month here. And I make games, essentially. So I have 3 games that I'm currently working on. One in Unreal, one in Godot. One in Unreal, one in Unity. With some friends. Like, those are some actual, like, professional projects. And this is my own side project, my own game that I'm trying to build on my own, essentially. And it's a pinball incremental / roguelite game, essentially. This is only our 3rd day of developing this. I mean, currently it only actually has like regular playability where you can like throw the ball and use the plunger and stuff. Like things bump around and all of that. So there are still no actual incremental mechanics on. But that's what I'm working on today. Adding those. So yeah, if you have any question about any of the 3 projects, let me know. Okay, so I'll use this to keep the count on the flippers. Okay, is there a timer on Godot? Like something that counts automatically? Timer tutorials. Why do I need to download like an entire project to see how a timer works? Okay, so this is actually a node then. Oh, it's a node. To create a one-shot timer without... Okay, scene3.create timer. Okay, then I think this is what I need to do. Var flippers active timer equals null, and here I'll say if active flippers is greater than 1, we and no flippers active timer equals scene3 dot create timer, and I'll make 3 seconds. Process always is set to true. Well, I don't think the game will have a pause, so it doesn't really matter that much. Oh, but this is a timeout. The timer is always updated after all of the nodes in the tree. Okay, so this kind of creates a fake node of some sorts. Okay, so this creates a scene3 timer, but I don't want to do this. Ref counted. What the hell, bro? Like, I want to hold a reference to this guy. Cannot call non-static function create timer on the class scene3 directly. Make an instance instead. What do you mean? Oh, by the way, I need to increment the stream elements goal. Hold on. Oh, so we are on 130 on 131. I can never understand Twitch. We are on 131. Okay. In any case, new goal is 140, and followers is well, it does say 131 there for some reason. Okay, GG. Should be updated now. Yeah. Bam, bam. Okay, back to Godot. Cannot call non-static function create timer on the class scene3 directly. Make an instance instead. Okay, do I need to do a scene3 or a get scene3 or something? I mean, pretty sure. I mean, these folks literally do oh, get tree. Get tree.create timer. And these just sets time to null. Can also do a is here, but Okay, so this creates the timer. Can I grab onto like a signal or something? Oh, it has a timeout. Okay, so how do I bind then? Oh, it has a time left. Well, but if I do a time left here, then I will need to run it on process. No, I don't think I want to do it on process. Since timer objects always leak when I close the game. Okay, so my idea is that I would want to bind to the timeout signal. Godot signal bind. Okay, what is the code? Can you show me how to bind via code, please? Connect on the signal we want to listen to. Okay. Oh. Timer timeout.connect. And then it's called on flippers, on active flippers timeout. Okay, pretty cool. So now this should allow me to have this function here. And hopefully GG, you activated the trap. Okay, it's only called print. Okay, does this work? 1, 2, 3. No. Okay, let's play the game. 1. I mean, this is not even entering here, bro. Oh, because I didn't bound this guy on okay, hold on, what's it called? It's on, is it on flipper or on flipper? On flipper state changed. Okay, surely okay, active true. And then if I here, it's false because it fell. Okay, good job. So that part now works. And do I actually 1, 2. Okay, so this creates a timer for 3 seconds. So 3. Okay, GG, you activated the trap. Okay, good job. See, pretty easy. So we were able to bind. We're able to bind this thing here. Okay, now without 2, 3. GG, you activated the trap. Okay, so this means that store is now active. And I would say that here I probably want to disable the ball somehow. Top tier game dev, yes. Okay, but this thing here, it's a rigid body 3D. How do I make it not move? Do I just make it kinematic or something? Well, I can set it to freeze. How do I actually call this? Freeze. Well, I don't want it to freeze there, but you know, 1, 2, 3. GG. It froze the ball. Absolutely stunning work. Thank you very much. Okay, story is now active. Okay, how do I want to make this? I would say that on table 1, I would want to have some sort of magnet or something. But how do I actually... Okay, doesn't matter. For now, I'm gonna freeze the ball. For now, I'm gonna freeze the ball. Okay, so besides these, what needs to happen? I would say that each obstacle or something, you know, like each one of these if I change the scale, this starts complaining or something. I don't know. Apparently not. But each one of these would probably need to inherit from like a pinball element script or something. You know, because they will need to tell me if they are enabled or not, which level they are currently at, what type of scoring does hitting them gives me. You know? So I think we'll need to play with some inheritance. Label points. 0. I'm gonna put dollars. I don't know what I want there, but it is what it is. Okay, how do I actually now move these down a little bit? Oh, label. Yes. This is label current ball. Why am I getting spam stuff here? Hold on. I don't know how in an email in Portuguese in Portugal can just not have the unsubscribe stuff. Oh, done. Okay. Okay, so this will tell me the score for this stuff somehow. So here on scripts, I'm gonna need a new script, which I'm gonna call playable, like pinball element or something, or a core element. Okay, I need ideas for this. What's the name for the base script that is gonna keep track of how much each thing is worth and if they are enabled or not, and how many points hitting them actually gives? I mean, I could go with pinball element, maybe. I thought about score element, but score element is kind of weird. Okay, I'll go with pinball element. YOLO. Pinball element. Good job. Extends from a node. Yes. Okay, so now what I want to do is all of these elements here, like for example this flipper stuff, they are not gonna extend from this. They're gonna extend from a pinball element. Okay, so I'm gonna need to create like a class or something. Pinball element. I don't know if this is the syntax for this. The cat is already meowing because it's lunchtime and he wants to go outside. Bro, can you chill a little bit? Thank you, cat. Thank you. Okay, how do I create a class? So I can actually have like multiple like monster types. You know? So these are the mobs. They're fun, but how do I actually like do this? How do I create a class? So this is called extends something, but how are these defined, you know? If I create a script, oh, they don't let me specify a class or anything. Manual. Scripting. GD script. GD script reference. Example of GD script. Okay, it's called class name. GG. Class name pinball element. Okay, good job. So now our flippers extend from pinball element. You know, our pop bumpers will extend from pinball element. Our maybe even our shooter will extend from pinball element, and our slingshot will also extend from pinball element. Okay. So apparently these should all still work as before, which is pretty cool. So now, on this incredible pinball element class, we'll need to export stuff, you know, like is active or active, var active. We set it to true, why not? And we'll also need to say like unlock cost. And this will cost us like 10 points. And then a hit award will cost us, or will award us 1 point. Something like this, okay? Doesn't really matter that much for now. I'm gonna probably say that I'll also need a signal here. That we need to call this like whenever this thing was hit, you know? Like on hit or ball hit or something. Okay. And then we'll essentially glue all of these ball hits see now here is this part. Now this is the fun part, because this is generic. I kind of want to attach this ball hit stuff to the singleton and not to this guy here, because this is not on the world now, you know, this is not on the world. But maybe I'll need to add them manually. But at the same time, this unlock cost is probably gonna change as we go. So this is like the base cost. And hit base award. Or hit, whoops. Can I zoom in? Yep. It is like these the base cost and the base award. Okay, the cat is doing stupid stuff. I'm hearing the cat on the kitchen walking on the balcony. Okay, call him out. Good boy. Absolutely not. Okay, he's back. Okay. I'm gonna do a cat reveal. Come on. Cat! Welcome! This is Da Vinci. He's now 12 years old. His 12th birthday was on a Monday. And now he's a pro streamer as well. I don't think he likes being here. He's a very stretchy cat as well. Okay, say goodbye to the camera. Bye bye, camera. Not interested at all. Kind of similar shape for, yeah. He's very hairy, but he's very like fluffy and all. Very fluffy cat. Now. Skirp, hello. Welcome to the stream. Oh, we touched the mic. Hold on. I need to check the mic now. There's the secret mic stuff. Oh, bro. A little bit more down. GG. Mike. Long time no see. How's your Game Boy emulator? We are over that thing. We are absolutely over the Game Boy emulator. It works. It's finished. GG. I'm gonna show you. F. No, we finished it. We finished it. Okay. Which game you want to play? You can pick one game. Any game. Yes. I did find the game. Game was NBA All-Star Challenge. Tetris, of course. Oh, in that case, show me the game. Okay. So we are gonna play NBA All-Star Challenge. Yes, run that. Yes. Okay, we even have audio and all. See, pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, you can move stuff around, you know, and select. Usually what I was most used to was the free shot thing. Okay, I'm gonna pick obviously Michael Jordan, obviously. And then this is the big part of the game that I remembered, you know. You have like this free throwing mechanic where you have like the bouncy arrow like moving along and all. And you kind of need to counter steer with the black buttons, you know, like the joypad. And you need to kind of figure out a place where to like put them into the center, like stop them, and then come on, what is the freaking key? And then throw the ball and GG. Score 1. Obviously you should try and go for a little bit more of a fast pace. I missed. F. Missed. F. uh, Bro, this is freaking hard, bro. Can you stop? Thank you. GG. Okay, one shot remaining. And I missed. So it had this mechanic, which is pretty cool. And then we also add the horse play. Okay, I'm gonna do Michael Jordan, obviously. And then my opponent, I'm gonna do Dominic Wilkins. And we play horse here, so I essentially go around the field and all, and then I try to like shoot from a specific position. Okay, I failed. So now it's Wilkins' turn. So this is not me playing. So he tried a 3-point shot from outside the thing. Okay, so now I try from here. I also missed. So this is horse essentially. So whoever scores first, the other one needs to repeat the same shot. Okay, I feel like he made it. No, he didn't make it. Okay, so I made this. Okay, so now he needs to repeat this shot from there. Okay, he also made it. Okay, I made this one. Now he has to try and do the same one again. He missed, so he gets an age. And whoever gets horse first loses. See, pretty cool. Yeah, but I mean, now this is able to run any game. And I mean, any game. I can play Pokemon. So I implemented the audio. I implemented save games as well. I mean, I didn't play this that much, obviously. But, oh, so cool. People must be so confused whenever they come into my stream, because I'm supposed to be making a pinball game and now I'm showing Pokemon running on a Game Boy emulator, because why not? Okay, so you can see we have like continue here, which means that I have a save game running, which I do because I saved the game. Oh, this kind of feel like it crashed. Hold on. Okay, I was clicking the wrong thing. Yeah, see, like I saved the game here. Okay, the sound is a little bit weird. It's not like completely in sync. But I mean, you can see that I can go here or whatever. I can save the game here. Okay, I can save the game. Ash saved the game. Pretty cool. And now if I restart the Game Boy, the game should be saved on that specific position, which is pretty cool. Hopefully. Oh, actually it didn't, because I cannot click, I cannot stop the Game Boy this way. Yeah, so this actually didn't do anything. Because this like kills the process and I'm waiting for a specific close request. So I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, so this didn't work, sorry. I'll show it working, I promise. So, again, I'll move here. I will save here. Would you like to save? Yes, I would like to save. Thank you very much. Ash saved the game. Good job. So now, if I close the actual process, this serializes the RAM to a file. And now if I play this, now the actual save game should be there. Or the updated one, I mean. Although one possibility is I could just be writing to that file like every 10 seconds or something. Okay, continue. GG, see? We are here, it worked. And if we try to leave, we'll get Hoke. So yeah, I mean, the entire game plays, which is really cool. And this is like probably the toughest game that you can have playing here. Essentially, if you are able to run this, everything is properly connected, so everything should be working. And yeah, and the actual inspiration for the okay, so the actual inspiration for the pinball game was because while I was playing this, I came across Kirby's Pinball Land, you know, which is a pretty cool game. And code Game Boy ROMs, this. So hold on, Kirby's Pinball Land. So I played this, and once I started playing these, I was like, damn, I kind of miss playing pinball, you know? You know, like pinball. Pretty cool stuff. You know? So I was like, yeah, maybe I should make my own pinball game. And that's what I'm going with now. But I mean, this thing is really cool. See? Like, very fun. It's kind of weird playing this because I'm using the arrow keys plus X and Z, when in reality the left flipper you control by clicking on the left joypad, and the right flipper you control by clicking on the A button. So I'm kind of playing the opposite thing here, which is odd. I mean, I never had this one. I remember having a Pokemon Pinball though. Oh yeah, there are tons of games. There are tons of games. I don't recall playing Pokemon Pinball though. No, I do recall playing Pokemon Pinball actually, but it wasn't mine. I didn't own this. Yeah, it was like a Game Boy Color stuff. Oh, it's waiting for me to push A. Okay, you need to chill a little, bro. Yeah, I remember playing this. But yeah, this would require us implementing the Game Boy Color subset with the Rumble Pack. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. I mean, I do own the Game Boy Color. I mean, I have it right here. It's not mine, it's my wife's. So maybe I will someday implement the Game Boy Color variant to this. I mean, it's fairly simple. Lots of asterisks on it. It's fairly simple to go from a Game Boy Color, from a regular Game Boy to a Game Boy Color in terms of code. 99% of the code is there. The only thing that I need to handle now is essentially just to add support for the multiple color palettes. I'm pretty sure I can do it in under 12 hours. But I don't know if I'll do it on stream. I mean, this works, you know. This is very fun. So I'm already very happy with this. Yeah. Game Boy. GG. And yeah, because I played the Kirby pinball while trying to develop. Because essentially there are different, you see, like memory banking 1, memory banking 2, memory banking 3. Different games load the different ROM and RAM differently. There are like different protocols for that. So I essentially had to download one of each to make sure that I could support all of them. I don't support all the ROMs, but I support like 99.5% of all the ROMs that were ever released. So I'm fairly happy with that. So yeah, we played Kirby's Pinball, and I was like, yeah, I think I need to do a pinball game in Godot. And that's what we are doing now. Pinball game in Godot. And I mean, oh, why is this not working? Oh, because I changed the thing that it derives from. Hold on. I can't control the flippers now for some reason. Oops. Hold on. Flipper script. Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay, flippers. Oh, store is now active. What do you mean, bro? But yeah, this is the game. I'm trying to make like an incremental / roguelite pinball game. Part of it will be inspired by Kirby, I would say, in the sense that you'll have like multiple tables. So you need to clear the first table and then this will like rotate the table or something will happen. But the way that I want to go with this is you will start with all of these pinball elements already there on the game. They will start disabled, meaning that if you hit them with a ball, okay, none of that is currently working, okay? So just, you need to imagine. But when you hit them with the ball, like this bumper won't be working, so the ball won't be bumping. And you will also not get any money from that. You'll only get money from like hitting, when I say money I mean score, points. You'll only get like points by hitting the ball with the flippers. And once you get like 10 points or something, we'll be able to fix one of these elements. And for example, you can choose to fix one of these bumpers, and then this bumper will actually like start bumping and stuff. So yeah. A rage pinball game where you gotta climb all the way up would be amusing. I mean, it's kind of the objective, isn't it? Like if I'm having multiple tables, and you can only reach table 4 if you beat table 3, table 2, and table 1 in sequence. If you lose, you start from table 1. So this is kind of a climb up game. Yeah, although I would say a pure climb up would also work. But the issue is that you need so much content, you know, for that. Solid State KC, thank you for the follow. Pinball indeed. Pinball indeed. Yeah, you need so much freaking content to make a sort of climb up. But the thing is, maybe you need to. The only way for that to work is if you add something like snakes and ladders, you know, where if you threw the ball to the wrong position, it would like go down how many boards it was. I don't know, something like that. Because you essentially need to put in some mechanic that essentially throws the ball away a ton of boards. So yeah, that's the plan. Okay, it's 1:30 p.m. So I think I'm gonna go for lunch now. So I'll stop stream for around 1 hour, and then I'll be back. Essentially, that's usually how these things go. Ads are starting in 1 minute. GG. No, so I will wait on the ads because I want the money. I need the money to eat, you know. Yeah, I will do the ads and then wait 3 more minutes and then I will go. Yeah, we only get like 3 minutes of ads every hour. So yeah, if you don't like ads, you can always buy Twitch Turbo or you can subscribe to a specific channel, mine included. But if you cannot support it that way, I'm still very thankful if you could watch the ads because that still helps a little bit. Okay, ads have started. I see you all in 3 minutes. You got me with the pinball. Will you be working on this pinball game later? Yeah, I'm gonna do a 1 hour break and then I'm gonna work on this for another 3 hours, 3 hours and a half. Today I'm not working on any, well, I don't know if you are watching or not because of the ads. But today I'm not working on game design in terms of the tables themselves. I'm just adding the incremental / roguelite elements. So I'm adding the store and the ability for you to purchase upgrades and that kind of stuff. Okay, so while we wait for the ads to end, which are still taking 2 extra minutes. Okay, so now this is working, although no, extends pinball element. Oh, no, this is working now. Although with the flipper set to that. Okay, cool. Can I close other tabs? Yes, nice. Okay, so let me see how this thing actually works now. So I have the left flipper and right flipper. They are both active. They don't cost anything to unlock because they are, well, instead of active, it kind of should be unlocked, shouldn't it? Kind of makes sense, bro. Unlocked. So yeah, left flipper and right flipper are unlocked, and hitting them gets 1 money. Everything else, like the shooter, is also unlocked and also gives you 1 money. GG. And then we have the 3 pop bumpers and the slingshots, which are gonna start as locked, and they cost 10 points, and that will be it. Okay, so in terms of setup, this is working now. But now what I actually need to do is I would need to go into the pop bumper script, and I would need to say here on the rigid body entered, which is when the ball actually collides with this. I would need to say, okay, if this is active, something happens. If this is not active, then it just like returns directly. But I'll leave that for after lunch. Okay, everyone, thank you very much for the support. Thank you very much for watching the stream, talking in chat. For all the new followers, we are getting a ton of followers today. So I would say that people really do enjoy the pinball game, you know, which is pretty cool. So thank you all. I'm gonna go GG squared. Yep. I'm gonna go have lunch now, and I will be back in around 1 hour. And I will continue working these on the afternoon. We'll be essentially adding the incremental and roguelite elements to it. So the ability for you to lock and unlock different elements on the pinball table so that you either work or don't work. And hitting them will give you a score or won't give you a score. We'll start with that. And then we'll try to implement or start implementing the store, because I don't think we'll be able to implement the entire store today. But yeah, I mean, it's taking shape, you know. It's starting to do something really cool. Okay, everyone, thank you once again. If you guys are watching and don't follow the channel, please follow the channel. I also have the Discord server where we can hang out and talk offline about pinball or any of the other projects. And I'll see you soon in around 45 minutes to 1 hour time. Bye bye, see you in a little bit.